9-7. I went 9-7 last week. So my overall record is 138 and 84. So not compared to Zach and Greg, I actually had a pretty bad week. I should have had a better week, but I did predict a lot of upsets to happen. So that will happen. But 9 wins, it's still all right. Greg actually won the week with 12 wins, so congratulations to Greg. He's coming back. He's only 7 games behind me now. Guess who else is 7 games behind? Not Zach. I'm 7 games behind Zach. But isn't that weird that we're all 7 games behind each other now? See, now things are starting to heat up a little bit because Greg was so far behind earlier in the, like, 2 or 3 weeks ago. He was like 10 points behind me. And now we're all 7 games behind each other. So this should be interesting. Zach won 11-5, so he had a pretty decent week. And he got a score right, if you saw that. Rams, Seahawks. I will take the Seahawks. So obviously I'm continuing my upset picks. I don't think it's an upset. Are the Rams the best team in the league? Probably. Uh, do they play that well outside of a dome? Not really. Case in point, losing to the Panthers. The Seahawks play outside, not on turf. I'm not saying that the Rams are turf merchants, but at the same time, I think the Rams objectively play better in stadiums than they do in why did I say stadiums? In domes. They play worse in stadiums that have an open roof. Seattle has an open roof, so that's why. And Seattle's at home, and they both are 11-3. But are the Rams the better team? Yeah, I mean, there's really no doubt about it. I'm just kind of, yeah, I'm putting my faith in the Seahawks. Zach will disagree and take the Rams. It was a smart pick. Greg will do the same. It's smart. Packers Bears is a Saturday game. Saturday is the 20th. I don't know why we have Saturday games. I get because there's no holiday on Saturday. But anyway, I'll take the Bears at home. I actually took the Bears away last time, which I obviously shouldn't have done because I'm always the one talking about home field advantage. So, I want to talk about home field advantage now, then here we go. Uh, yeah, I think especially with Micah Parsons getting injured now, these teams are pretty even. They always have been, really. Uh, Zach is going to take the Packers. Sorry, I'm kind of skipping through. If my recording's too long, it's not going to save, so I got to kind of speed it up a little bit. And then Greg's going to take the Bears as well. So Zach is taking the Packers. It's a little surprising, especially with Micah getting injured right now, but makes sense. You can argue the Packers are the better team. I think the Bears just have a more explosive offense. But I do think Jordan Love's the better quarterback. Okay, moving on to a game that we don't need to talk about. I don't think, yeah, Jaden Daniels broke his arm. I think he's definitely out for the season. I have it a close game, actually. I don't know why. I just feel like it's going to be a close game. Was I right about it last week? I can't remember now, but I remember I said a game was going to be a close game. Okay, I can't think of what game I was talking about last week, but I think I was right. Anyway, that's not important. I think this game will be close, but obviously I have the Eagles winning. Zach also has the Eagles. Greg has the Eagles. We have a few games like this week. Actually, no, never mind. I'm taking the Vikings, though. After beating the Cowboys while they're away, I can't trust the Giants. I picked the Giants last week. Obviously, that was a mistake. If you can't beat the Commanders, you can't beat the Vikings. The Commanders blew out the Vikings, but it's a weird season. I don't know what to say. Zach's going to take the Vikings, and Greg is actually going to take the Giants. So we don't have, what do we call it? I can't think of what. A goat house guarantee. No, but he's a YouTuber that also does NFL predictions. That's what they call it. A guarantee. Yeah, it's not a guaranteed all three of us picking the same team. Because Greg will take the Giants, which I don't hate, but if you lose to the Commanders with Marcus Mariota, I don't think you're beating the Vikings. So Panthers Bucks. This is a very interesting game. I really debated taking the Buccaneers here. The only reason why is because I am the one who said with my own words that the Panthers are the best home team in the league. So I'm not gonna eat my own words and take the Buccaneers. I gotta own up to it. The Panthers are the best team at home, then they should 100% win this game. Zach will take the Panthers as well, and Greg will take the Bucks. Like I said, this game I'm really debating on just because, well, yes, the Panthers just lost to the Saints, but there's something special about just the Panthers at home. They're a different animal, which also ironically would be the if they make the playoffs, they'll have home field advantage. So I feel sorry for whoever they'd have to play. Chargers, Cowboys. Yeah, I'm going to take the Cowboys. Should I take the Chargers? Probably, but I'll trust myself. I mean, I'll trust the Cowboys. It really just depends. Will George Pickens play well or not? And that's pretty much all it is. I don't know. It's tough because the Cowboys just lost to the Vikings, but I know that you're still in there, Dallas. I know you're still there. Please just show up just once for me this time. Zach's going to take the Chargers, and then Greg will too. That's kind of why I need the Cowboys to clutch up here. But trusting the Cowboys to do anything, obviously, is a mistake. But I don't know why they performed so badly against the Vikings last week. It doesn't make any sense. Like, they have CeeDee Lamb, they have George Pickens. It's just George Pickens is reverted back to George Pickens, I guess, like he played in Pittsburgh. But George Pickens, week 7 through 14, will be remembered in the history books. Jets Saints, a game that we won't be remembered in the history books. I'll take the Saints at home. Yeah, this is a bad game that nobody should watch. The Saints defense is actually pretty good. I watched Brady Cook score that touchdown. And, let Brady cook. I like that, but yeah, I don't think he will. And he didn't against the Jaguars either. I got my hopes up. Zach will take the Jets, which is kind of shocking. He'll let Brady cook, but I don't know. Could it be a toss up? I think so, but I think the Saints are objectively the better team. I think the Jets are tanking on purpose. I don't think the Saints are tanking actually. I mean, they just beat Carolina. Greg will take the Saints. Okay, here's my upset of the week: the Titans beating the Chiefs. I mean, it's not really much of an upset. I'm probably gonna end up regretting taking the Titans here. I took the Titans like one other time this season against the Jaguars or something in an upset, and I got absolutely embarrassed. But come on, Tennessee, you can do it. Gardner Minshew is playing. Like, you can do it. I believe in you. Just beat them this one time. I think they can. I don't know why. Maybe I'm thinking about the past too much. I'm thinking about the Ryan Tannehill, Derrick Henry Titans versus the uh, Alex Smith Chiefs in the wild card of the 2018 playoffs. I don't know what I'm yapping about right now. Chiefs, Titans. Yeah, Zach is going to take the Chiefs. Probably a good pick. Greg will too. Safe pick, but Patrick Mahomes is out, and Patrick Mahomes is arguably the best quarterback in the league, without a doubt. He just elevates the Chiefs team to a whole nother level. Not this year, but now since he's injured. yeah, the Chiefs aren't doing anything. I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs lose out, actually. Patriots, Ravens. This is a good game. I'll take the Patriots. I just don't trust the Ravens. I have no faith in the Ravens. The Ravens are another team that fall off. Their fall off is really weird. The Chiefs fall off is kind of predicted just because you had to. It was going to happen eventually. The Chiefs have been hanging on for so long. It's just they've had the devil magic on their side, and when their devil magic wore out, that's when it was over. And this year it did. But the Ravens, I don't know what the hell happened to the Ravens. They like Lamar was injured for a couple weeks, but it's the same Ravens team of last year. Like they were just supposed to get better. So I don't know what's going on with the Ravens. Can't trust them. Uh, Zach's gonna take the Ravens too. I mean, yeah, could you trust the Patriots as well? I didn't watch the second half of the Patriots Bills game, but I watched the first half and I saw the Patriots absolutely shit on the Bills. And I was like, yes, I'm gonna get the pick right. I took the Patriots to win. And then somehow they ended up choking away that game. I have no idea how. So the Ravens could definitely win this game. They're at home, but both teams play outside. Both teams play in cold weather and rainy weather. So both teams, you can switch it around. The only times where home field advantage comes into play, or mostly comes into play, is when it's a team that plays in a dome against a team that plays not in a dome. Then you can see upsets usually. Greg will take the Patriots too. Bills Browns. Um, yeah, I'll just take the Bills. Really, no explaining. I think 25-12, definitely a weird score. I think Myles Garrett will have 2 sacks in this game. I think, yeah, if you're gonna gamble, I have like a gambler's tip for every week, it seems like. I don't know what it was for last week, but uh, yeah, put your money on Myles Garrett 2 sacks in this game. That's my prediction. Other than that, nothing good for the Browns. Zach agrees, and then Greg will also take the Bills, obviously. Jaguars Broncos could be interesting. The Broncos are an 11-game losing streak, though, and they proved last week that they're not just a defense merchant. Their offense looked really good, like dangerously good. That's why the week before they played the Packers, everyone was like, oh, their defense merchants, their offense sucks, their defense is keeping them alive. But against the Packers, they showed they can have an offense too when they need to. So I think the Jaguars stand no chance. Um, I think both teams, their offenses are similar. Defense, not as much. I'll take the Broncos defense over the Jaguars defense any day of the week, which is why I have them winning. But offenses, you are pretty interchangeable. I might actually prefer the Jaguars offense. Eh, mostly because of Travis Etienne, but that's it. Zach's also going to take the Broncos, and then Greg will take the Broncos as well. Uh, Falcons Cardinals. I make the same mistake every time. When will I learn to stop taking the Cardinals? I don't know. I just see it. The Cardinals are at home. Uh, the Falcons play in a dome, and the Cardinals don't. So there's that for you. Jacoby Brissett. The Cardinals' offense is actually really explosive. Jacoby Brissett's a good option because he's like Jameis Winston. He's going to air it out. Like, start Michael Wilson in fantasy. Like, things are going to go. The Falcons' defense is pretty good too, but I don't know. I feel like the Cardinals can have an explosive offense when they need to. The Falcons' offense is just too inconsistent. I don't know. It's just, yeah, I don't trust the Falcons. Zach's going to take the Falcons, and then Greg will as well, which is a safe pick. The Cardinals is an upset. I just feel like both teams are pretty inconsistent. I actually like the Cardinals offense more. I mean, Bijan, obviously, but still. All right, Steelers Lions. I will take the Lions at home. The Steelers were at home, then maybe this would be different, but I trust the Lions, especially their offense is just much better than the Steelers. Defense is a bit sus for the Lions, but you know, explosive offense versus okay defense. The Steelers have a pretty good defense, but it's nothing spectacular. The Lions should definitely win this game. Zach will take the Lions too, and then Greg will do an upset. He'll take the Steelers. I can see the Steelers winning it just because the Lions defense is that bad. But the Lions are going to have to put up a generational stinker on defense to, to that would be pretty cool though to see prime Aaron Rodgers. It's like 400 yards, 3 touchdowns against the Lions ass defense. Raiders Texans, not going to waste any time on this one. The Raiders might get one more win this season, probably against the Chiefs, ironically. All right, Sunday Night Football, Bengals, Dolphins. I'm actually going to do it, and I'm going to take the Bengals. I was right last week not taking the Dolphins, so I guess that worked out for me. The Dolphins are at home in this game, but I don't know. I think my problem is I just look at past matchups too much. Uh, if I was just looking at current situations, then the Dolphins probably should win this. But and because Tua can't play in cold weather, everybody knows this. But it's in Miami, so it's hot. But still, the Bengals they play really well against the Dolphins, so we'll just say that. And I don't know how they scored 0 points last week. I think that the Bengals are going to be pissed off about that, and they're just going to learn from their mistakes and throw it deep to Jamar Chase like you've been doing all season, like how you scored 38 points against the Bills. Zach disagrees. He'll take the Dolphins, and then Greg will take the Bengals. Uh, yeah, both defenses. I don't know. Both of these teams are pretty similar. Both have explosive offenses when they want to, and both have pretty ass offenses when they want to too. It just depends on who wants to show up. Niners Colts is Monday night, so this should be interesting. The Colts are 8-6. Philip Rivers, their quarterback. When I heard that they were beating Seattle, I was like, oh man, can Philip Rivers really do it? Take the Colts to the Super Bowl, win the Super Bowl one last showdown? I don't think so. I don't think that I don't even think the Colts are going to make the playoffs. It was a nice thought because that would be pretty epic. It'd be like another Nick Foles story, but I don't think that's happening. I'll take the Niners. Uh, Colts defense maybe is better than the Niners defense, but I trust the Niners offense way more. They've proven they can be explosive, and Brock Purdy's back. Zach will take the Colts, and then so will Greg, which is a little surprising because the Colts aren't that good. But you know what? It is what it is. Anyway.